All right, so JJK fan para is out, and man, I got blessed on my summons, which you will see very, very soon. But basically, I'm gonna talk about all the different banners and also what are paid banners, right? I had a lot of people asking me that question. Now, before we go into that, I'm gonna give it out right away. Okay, we got 4 codes, all right, and the 4 codes, honestly, for getting it right away, are not bad. So here are the codes. Let's go into that and talk about it. So the codes go as follows. Here they are. All right, so you got JJK 2024. Oh, five codes. JJK 2024, JJK 777, JJK code, JJK gift, and release day. So it's gonna give 300 cubes, some training materials, and an AP pack. Okay, you take it, and also the training materials are good. Like it helped me out at first, so you'll take it. Now, release day we could put in. Where do you put it in? You click on this menu, and then you go to code, and then you just paste release date. All right, and to claim, it's gonna be in the gift box. All right. So in the gift box right here, that gives a ticket. So you're gonna get two pulls in total, which we take and more AP supplementary packs. So let's talk about the different banners. Now, when you logged in, you saw a very different thing. You saw these three also, and you're like, what are paid banners? So first of all, these are step up paid banners that only use, well, guess what? Paid cubes. Now, what are paid cubes? Paid cubes are cubes you buy with real money, okay? So you have to buy money, and you'll see here, it gives paid cubes, right? For example, here, paid cube A, you get 140 paid cubes. Then if you go here, it's going to specify paid cube 430. So with that, you get paid cubes, and those paid cubes can be used to summon on paid banners. Now then, where do you use them? Either on one daily pull, which is for 100 instead of 300. On the SSR starters, which were 3,000 paid, which I already did. I don't know why they're still there. Don't ask me. And then finally on these paid step ups. In total, they were what, 35, 36, 6,600 in total to do one rotation. And in that, well, obviously it was off. You did 6,600 for 31 pulls. And then at the end, you got a re-rollable SSR ticket that you could get. Basically, you could guarantee one of the three on the banner. So here, it was Yuji, Nobara, Megumi. Here it was, okay, well, I'm trying to think. Who was the other one, though? So it was Inumaki, Panda, I think, and Maki. And then here it was Nanami, Gojo, and Toto. I think that was it. So basically the last one, the ticket is like the rerollable ticket you got. So keep that in mind, right? So that is the number one thing. Those paid banners, you obviously had to go for that. All the paid banners was like that. Now then, of course, let me mute it though. Let me try to find it. Let me see. All right, so when you get your ticket, you're going to get it, like, it's pretty early on. If you haven't gotten it yet, just check your inbox. You'll get your 7,500 free cubes and then also the ticket. So this ticket has every single base SSR in the game, every single SSR in the game right now, besides 2 which are technically free to play, right? So any SSR on this banner will be there. Okay, so you see everyone here. So Yuji, Megumi, Nobara. Yuji, yes, the featured unit is on here. Nobara, Maki, Toge, Inumaki, I don't know why I said that. Panda, Toto, Gojo, and Nanami are all on the ticket. Okay, right, that is important. Okay. Now then, besides that, we could start talking about everything else. Okay, paid aside, right? If you want to do the paid, honestly, the best one to me is the Gojo or the Nobara one. Those are the two best ones, depending on what you went for, right? In my opinion, that's basically how it is. Now then, we got to explain which banner do you summon on. Now then, there's certain things to also consider. There's different tickets, right? There's tickets here that let you summon for this. So I just got a ticket from the code, and that these tickets are basically in replacement for the cubes. Okay, if you get 10 tickets, you get to do a multi, which guarantees you the SR or above. Now then, for this, there's also a gold one, which I think there might be some lasting here. I might have already, yeah, I might have claimed it. So we could check maybe the inbox. I would like to check the inbox to see if it's still there. No. Okay. So anyway, you could get gold tickets, and you could actually get some of those tickets for Yuji here, right? So if you go to event mission, you go to normal, and this is going to actually work on the Horizon of this Nostalgia Gacha, which, unless I'm mistaken, is the one for Itadori, right? So you're going to be able to get 1, 2, 3, 4 tickets. 4 tickets here. I think there might be more, but that's the Nostalgia one, and then here you go, Homesick Horizon, which should be this one. Okay, so that now that we got that out the way, that you could get tickets for both, right? This one in probably many more places, but then this one through the event right now. Let's talk about what banner and which one should you summon on and what has what. So Yuji's has 2 things, right? First of all, it's rated up. Okay, rated up for Yuji, and then also rated up for the other, I think it's the other memory. Does it rate it up? Let me just see. So actually it does not rate up the, oh no, it does 1.4%. So there you go, it's rated up for both of those. All right, now then, let's go to the details. So this, what does it do? It's equal in both physical and curse, right? Which is basically your taijutsu and jujutsu. And this is going to be giving, if ultimate reaches its max and can be used only once in the battle, applies 15% increase physical and curse technique. Okay, overall to me it does not seem that good. I do want to see what the second one is. So there's also a second ability if you get it to dupe 1. Okay, so this gives 28%, but then to limit break it, which I did get, so we could actually dupe this out. All right, perfect. So the other skill, is it the same thing? Yeah, so basically it gives you 20% for, and then also a 15%, right? Which is pretty interesting, right? So that's it for that. Now Yuji, what exactly is he doing? I could explain it very quickly, where he's basically trying to crit. So he gives himself crit and black flash, which is basically another crit, to try and do both. And then he's going to be putting crit decrease for his ult. Basically, the info, what you want to do is you guarantee black flash, okay, on the first hit, and then you try and crit. So you're going to have the multiplied of 1.5 times black flash, 1.5 times crit, which is going to increase his damage big times. Now, in general, right, he's not going to be someone long lasting, but is still going to be very good. He has some resistances, but it's not like crazy. But as there's not many green DPSs, that's great. But something pretty big, right? Something pretty big that I think people are gonna have to kind of realize is the other SSRs in green. Mahito? Like how do you top this? How do you top this? Like how do you top this, right? How do you top that, right? And then a recent Nobara, and then a very good, in my opinion, very good Saki for a tank, and then also half Annie Suguru, right? So there's a lot of greens to compete with. Okay, and overall, it's not really the best to summon on this banner, right? In general, people consider this banner to be better. Okay, why is that? Because every single SSR is rated up the same. And then even for memories, right? The memory being rated up is very bad. Why exactly? Because memories that you want, like Gojo's, for example, the Gojo memory, right? You pull it on this banner. And let's see. So non-standard, that's the name. Unless is it different? Non-standard. 0.2941, but here non-standard, let's check it out, 0.22, so it's a point, I think 0.07 difference, which might not seem like much, but it's still a good like 25% or 33% increase, right? So in general, good things that you might want are going to be easier to get in this gacha because nothing's rated up than this one. So now you got to ask yourself, is Yuji needed? Not really, right? In general, people really do like Nobara too, and in the future she will work better, and she has viability as a single target and AoE for good bosses, right? For good bosses, you could say Nobara will be much better. Now, something else helping Nobara is the fact that she has Jujutsu. So because she's off of Jujutsu and Itadori off of Taijutsu, so basically Jujutsu cursed energy and then Taijutsu physical, it's going to be better in general to summon on this because it increases your chances for the memory to be Gojo's, or other good memories, right? For SSRs, instead of this one, which I find mid in general. It's not bad, but it's definitely mid. Okay? It is. Now, I just want to make sure. The event here, okay, it does give a different one. Okay, so yeah. In general, what I am telling you is probably just summon on this banner, but not much. Don't summon on it much, right? You could summon on it a bit, maybe like if you're trying to reroll, go for one SSR, but don't go crazy on this banner, right? You could look for one or two good SRs, which I have made a video, or it's going to come out soon, one of the two, that of which SRs you should be looking out for, and it's mainly supports, right? In the tier list, you could go to the tier list, see which SRs are ranked high, and see which ones you need for what role, because I explained it to you, okay? So that's basically going to be how it is, right? You really want to go for this one, I'd say, because it just has a higher rate for everyone, and Yuji's still on the banner, so if you want Yuji, even if it's out of a low chance, then there you go. Now, there is something to mention for Yuji. He is rated up on this banner. Now, I don't think it's a big deal. Reason being, like, there's going to be rate up units all the time. So you don't want to base that off of you, but still, you get extra tokens for that. Okay, that is something to keep in mind. And I did 56 gachas. Now, there is also the pity. Now, this is another thing that's pretty big. The pity essentially is just going to leave, right? There was the tickets on JP where for every 20 pulls, you could trade it in for 10, but they don't have this on global yet because they're going to bring it in when JP gets it. So, in general, another reason why you want to summon on global for the normal standard banner, at least a couple multis, is because you could start building up the SSR guaranteed gacha ticket. And why you want this, it's just better, right? It just gives you a bonus over time instead of summoning for Yuji and just not using it because you're not going to do 120 pulls on this. If you do 120 pulls, you're doing something wrong, right? So you're going to want to limit yourself, but still summon at least a bit to get a couple good SRs, and then also hopefully an SSR, right? Now then, the main reason why you should save, which I'm going to tie in at the end of the video right now, is because of what's coming out soon. What is coming out soon? Let's talk about it. Well, in like 3 weeks time 9 days plus 15. So in about 24 days, 3 weeks about, we're going to get Utah. And he's going to be amazing. He's going to be basically a combined, like both stats DPS. He's going to be doing AoE damage, which AoE, if you play the game early on, you're going to know AoE is pretty big. Okay? You could instantly kill the enemy. And then he could heal everyone's HP by 25% if any ally's HP is below 60%. And your own energy is 10 or above, right? You get a 25% heal just like that. So, yeah. Utah's very busted, and obviously it's Utah. Like, look at this. Look at this. It's sick. It's sick. So, yes, to me, I would say that saving for this instead of this is better because already Yuji is already on the standard, so you should not go for this. Even the boost should not warrant you to summon, right? But for this, I would say that you could do a couple multis. Like 3 to 4 is not bad, but I wouldn't go further than that, okay? I really wouldn't. I wouldn't, okay? That would be my limit. Hopefully you get lucky. If not, well, maybe reroll. It's up to you, right? It is up to you, but you could still get by with Gojo for sure. You could get by. Now then, if you're a paid player, I'd say going for this banner is really good. It's nice, right? You get a guaranteed SSR, and you could get multiple. I think I got 4 in this one, maybe 5. And then here, it's also pretty good, but it's a bit worse. But also getting SSR memories could be pretty good, or recollection bits, right? This is also good, right? It's just I'd say that the gachas. These gachas, right, that I'm gonna pull up in a second, this one is just probably better, like these, either Gojo's or this one, because you can either get Nobara or Gojo, which is just so good for literally like you get 31 pulls for 60, how many, 5,000, 6,600 crystals. You get 31 pulls. So you're getting a big discount plus a guaranteed SSR. So I'd say these are really worth it. I would prioritize if you can. Like, let's say you're a low spending player, then yes, go on this banner. If not, if you're like spending at least 9,000, I would do one of these. If you got Gojo, go for Nobara, basically. And if you have Gojo and Nobara, you can either go for Yuji, because yeah, he's still boosted, so it would help you out. Or I would probably go for Inumaki. I'd say Inumaki is pretty good. Inumaki or Panda, right? That would be the two. It depends. It really does depend. If you have Rare Panda, you don't need to go for SSR, but it would be good, right? That's basically it. That is basically it. I kind of explained everything. I hope this helps you out. Standard does have Gojo, by the way. People asked. Standard has Gojo. Okay, everyone here. Nanami, Gojo, Toto, Panda, Inumaki, Maki, Nobara, Megumi, and then Yuji. They're all there. They're all there. Okay, so I want to make that clear, and we're going to finish this off with 1 ticket since we have it, and we're going to go perfectly to 69, and hopefully goes well. I mean, hey, if we get something good, then I'm all for it. I am all for it if that's the case, but I highly doubt it. I do highly doubt it. Nothing else to really say. It would have been funny if we got an SSR, but hey, there we go. So yeah, 69, very funny number. I think it's gonna end there unless yeah, I'm gonna get more pulls. But yeah, oh no, wait, this is the standard. Yeah, okay. So build this up over time. Don't go for it right away. And then for this, I just don't think it's worth doing many pulls or any at all. You just have a higher chance to get good stuff on this banner. If we're being real, logically, it's just how it is. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this video. Like and sub if you're new. I'm gonna be making a lot more content. And yeah, that's basically it. Let me know if you want me to stream again if you got to this point. But yep, that is it. So thank you so much for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.